EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the 49ers and the Seahawks on Thursday night.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. Tonight, it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here in Seattle. What a great Thanksgiving of football it's been so far. CD also let me have the last piece of apple pie. That was very nice. It's a rarity. All of this is a rarity. All three of our games, divisional games on this Thanksgiving CD. And it wraps up here with the Niners and the Seahawks.
And I did not let you have the last piece of apple pie if I'd known it was there.
Well, what a nightcap this could prove to be. The Niners and the Seahawks underway here in the Thanksgiving finale. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Here's Purdy. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Connects with Kittle underneath. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Purdy. And incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Purdy now to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, as everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career, he's looking right at home here in the NFL.
So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
When the Seahawks named Smith the starter last season, it gave him an opportunity he wasn't sure he would get again. And then he became one of the best quarterbacks in football and sustained it across a full 17 games, winning Comeback Player of the Year. Saved his career with last season and keeps the Seahawks as true contenders.
No gain on the play there, second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Sticking with Walker on second down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
One of the things we always talk about heading into a game, who's going to set the tone early, and very early on here, we're seeing the defense is showing they're going to continue to break pressure.
They smelled that early 3 and out, brought the pressure, and the hit forced the incompletion. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. And they'll run the option to start the drive. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Oh, good move. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do it, especially early in the game like they have. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. A quick throw there is incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And this one is right down Broadway, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Clelin Ferrell able to record his 5th sack of the season. (6-0) our score after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Geno. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Geno now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Smith. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. The Seahawks at 4-6 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Fan. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is brought in at the 21. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Shifts past him at the 45. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 40-yard line. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. The beautiful. There he goes, left side. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And out now come the Seahawks. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. He finds Smith and Jigba. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Smith. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Smith.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing on third down, Smith. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 17-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Smith, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. To the air again, Smith. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Myers' kick is good, and they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Once again, hope everyone out there has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Settling down now to watch Thursday night football. Let's take a look ahead to what's coming here on the rest of this holiday weekend. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium, as they'll have to contend with the New England Patriots. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the LA Rams. And finally, Sunday night football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the LA Chargers. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Smith.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
Drive starts with a give to Mitchell. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Now Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to widen their advantage.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Second and 10.
Throwing again is Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing is Smith. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
Nick Bosa drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down.
We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on fourth. Smith. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 39-yard
Purdy off the play fake.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Third down. Here's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This is Jennings. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the 49ers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
First and goal, San Francisco.
Purdy looking to throw. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners add 6 to their lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself,
No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And that will bump the lead up to 26. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now Geno on first down.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Geno.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get your reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. First down, here's Mitchell. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on